Hey, my one person. You always here. You never disappoint. How you doing today? You could comment sometime. See, you build up my little algorithm with one person. All right. How are you doing today? Today has been a very crazy day. This morning, I started yesterday with my son's teacher saying that, sending a text message saying that she was no longer going to be teaching my son or any children because she was going on medical leave. But something in me said something is going on, and I don't know what it is. So I was really just thinking about her and hoping that she was okay because I don't want to at this time in everybody's life, all these things is going on and whatnot, and I know it's hard for people right now. So I was basically trying to figure out, excuse me, what was really going on today. My aunt's been in the hospital, and you know things was looking a little bad for her last night, and she was feeling really bad, fever going up and down, no coronavirus or anything like that, no nothing even has to do with the coronavirus. She's pneumonia, both lungs. She's a dialysis patient, so she has kidney issues and a new heart or transplant heart. A whole lot of things going on with her, but lo and behold, she called me this morning and everything was beautiful. But then her daughter called me this morning and she started a GoFundMe for her mother because her vehicle is not running properly. She has to leave it running in order for it um, to stay current. The teacher is texting me. We've been talking to each other back and forth, and I was hoping last night that I could just like talk her into, thinking about changing her mind. If I could go to the school and help her myself, I mean, be a teacher assistant just to help her, you know, get through whatever she's got. I'll be willing to do that. But anyway, so let me get back to what I was talking about with my aunt and my cousin. So they were telling me that they were having. She was telling me that people were saying that what she was doing was scamming people. Now we have a history, and sometimes when we have a history in the past, our past will come back to haunt us, and when we really need somebody and crying wolf is something that people will think that you're doing and you're not. And this is one of those incidents because sometimes your past will try to dictate your future, but you have control over that. Because if all you have to do is just continue to be a positive person, not allow negativity to come in and try to reap its ugly head and bring you down. And then you have knowing that you have no ulterior motive for negativity. You just continue in the positive way in which you're going. That's my motto. And if I'm wrong to have that motto, then I would rather have that motto than the latter. With that being said, a couple of people that were making negative statements and it upset my cousin. She is an only child, just like myself. I don't have any sisters with my mother. I just have my sisters with my father. So I don't have any of that. So it's like a whole weird thing to be hearing somebody say, "Well, just let your mama go." It's very hard to hear somebody say, um, "You just let nature take its course," you know, because that's my aunt, and that's my cousin's mother, and that's my mother's sister. And knowing that she is the one and only oldest sister that my mother has still on this earth, other than her baby sister, which she only has two sisters that's still here and one brother out of 10 children. So to see her continuing to be able to hold on and maintain her life here, life here, I'm happy for her. If she's happy and she still wants to be here and she's fighting for her life, I'm gonna see what I can do to help her fight. So I in turn, I don't do Facebook drama, but I in turn to show positivity to these people, even though they've been negative to her with the situation and her getting better. And some of the things that my cousin was saying that was being said to her was that what she was doing was scamming. And from the people that she was saying that it was a scam, I know as a child growing up, and that person themselves that called said that other people saying it was a scam has been a scammer. And with that being said, I'm not a person who will do any name calling because that's stupid and it's ignorant. But I will say that is very, very, very disrespectful to try to put bad words on someone who's doing good intentions. And even if it's not your intention to have a bad intention, the best thing to do is not say anything to the situation at all. Because I was always told as a child, if you have nothing good to say, you say nothing. Meaning, if it's not good word, such as positive reinforcement, then it is negative. I'm not going to say bad because I don't know what bad means. Because they say bad meaning good, good meaning bad, switched it around so much. So I'm saying negative and positive. You can't get that wrong. You can't get negative and positive wrong. Because there's no such thing. It's either negative or it's positive. And I see that as negative. And with that being said, negativity is the worst thing that you can have for your spirituality. Now, I'm not talking about serving anybody. I'm talking about your inner soul to be at peace. It takes understanding your positive and negative and when to upload and outload. It's not necessary that you have to speak on every issue. Sometimes it's best to keep your mouth closed, especially if you don't know what you're talking about. Love from afar, live from afar. It's not going to hurt anybody. How's it going to stop your day from functioning? You're still going to get paid from your job. You're still going to be able to function in this world. And you have not done anything because you haven't given anything. You haven't given anything, so you're a non-contributor. That means the dirt is off your hands. That means you're free. You can walk in a room and say, nobody thinks that I said something about somebody. Nobody's looking at you to say, I don't trust that person because they don't say anything. So the perception is going to keep going until you calm down and realize this is a big world. And you just a little tiny pea in it. But just like that pea up in that mattress with that little princess, it can keep other people from sleeping. Just understand that everything that you do starts inside of the building where you live and reside. It starts in your home. What you're doing inside your home, you think it's not affecting people outside your home, you leave, you're wrong. Especially when you come out with negative intentions. Got negative intentions, you're going to get negative reaction. You got positive intentions, you're going to get positive reaction. You're going to get a good heart. You'll get a good mind. You'll get a good body. You'll get a good soul. My aunt had good intentions. We had good intentions last night when we was praying. Me, my children, my boyfriend, her daughter, and whoever else on the other end, because I don't know. I don't talk to nobody else but them. So, with all that prayer that was going on, fever broke, pain subsided, coughing increasing. That's a good thing because if you can cough, you can get phlegm out. If you can get phlegm out, you can express it from your body. That means it's not there anymore. Letting it go. How many of y'all letting stuff go and being happy? I don't know. So I go back to this. My son is his teacher and her students. She loves them so much that she can't even teach them. She loves them so much that she can't teach them because she can't teach them in the manner in which she's used to. One-on-one, face-to-face, without all these bells and whistles that they're introducing these older ladies to and saying, get acclimated right now. It's on. While people around them and children around them don't have access to internet. And she said, they gotta leave their houses early in the morning and try to go to work. I don't know about any of this because I'm home all the time. But she's telling me that these parents are trying to go to work and trying to make sure that their children get an education, and they can't because they can't get to a computer, or they can't get or they can't get somewhere that there's access to a computer, or the children are home alone and they're doing whatever they can to do whatever they can in the classroom, and they're distracted because they don't have nobody to get on point. And I'm here with my son every day, and I keep hearing her say, Lamari, pay attention. Lamari, where your head up? And I'm in the house with my son. So I know that these parents that are having to stay home with their kids and they having to work and try to find internet because they don't have it because they can't afford it because they're not working a regular job because everything's essential right now. But they going to the store, when people going to the store, they're going to parties, they having events at their homes, people going to salons, getting their hair done, but you can't go to school because you're afraid children are going to die. Children, a 9-year-old child just got molested by a grown 50-something-year-old man. These children can't go to school, and this is what they getting done. This is what happening to them. No, I don't know the whole story about the situation, and to be honest, I know the person personally. Done been around this person more than on one occasion. This person done been in my house, at my house. So I don't know what happened in between time and before and after. But I know what happened when I was around. And this is blowing my mind. To hear a teacher crying, to see a teacher crying because she can't get acclimated to this new craziness that we got going on. And for what? What is this for? What is this for? To keep somebody from dying? People gonna die anyway. Why are we so afraid of dying? And now it's not people are afraid of dying. They're afraid of racism. This is freaking crazy. My children on this. My son was just at the park a couple of days ago. Thank God for some reason the park was open. And my son and those children, I know they needed that. They were running, they were playing, and guess what? They were different races. They didn't care about the color of each other's skin. They didn't care about none of that. This racism stuff, I'm sure is in some other area in a big city there is a problem there. Man, in North Carolina, Fairmont, Lumberton, these people merge so well together we don't know who is who at this point. We don't know who is who. All we know is we family. Period. And if you give a person a smile and have a conversation with them, you find out they just like you. Scared. Scared to go and die, running away from you. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Listen, we so afraid to die that we killing ourselves. This is what I see. We so afraid to die that every day, and if I talk to anybody, I tell anybody this experience that I'm experiencing right now is the best experience of my life because I've never seen this before. I never been through this situation before. I never been through these things that I'm seeing right now before, and I'm enjoying it. I love it. I love it, but it brings me to tears because I see so many people not loving and enjoy and embrace newness of life because it brings revelation of things that you can do in the future. You don't know what you can do if you don't know what your power is. And if your power is just going from the store to the house and afraid that somebody's going to touch you and give you a virus, then you don't need to live because you don't know how to. You're too afraid. If I die right now while I'm on this live, I don't care. If my heart stops beating right now and I don't care, the reason why I don't care is because it don't matter. Y'all still gonna be doing what you're doing. You're still gonna be fighting. You're still gonna be arguing. You're still gonna be playing. You're still gonna be complaining and not doing anything. You got people in your communities in these different Seattle and different places in these inner cities, and none of these people look like you tearing up your cities and your new businesses that you just opened up since in the last 2 years. And the new businesses you just opened up in the last 2 years, somebody came to your community and tore it and burned it up and burned it down. Why? Ain't nobody asking why. And they saying it's racism. But I experienced racism as a child and nobody helped me. Not even my mama. I had to understand on my own and get it for myself. That those people were stupid, ignorant, and uneducated about who I was, and it had nothing to do with the color of my skin, even though that's what she thought and they thought it was. I made it that. I made it because I'm black. Mm. She called me a nigger. The teacher called me a nigger. But I made it because I'm black. My mama made it because I'm black. Because she didn't stand up for me as a child from beginning to end of me being in that class. Had she stood up for me as a child, coming in there, knowing more than any of the students in there, she would have stood up for me as a child and said, I'm not listening to what this teacher is saying. I'm going to move my child out of this classroom and into a classroom that she can thrive as where she was thriving before she got here. But she chose to leave me there. So nobody was fighting for me then. So I understand a fight. But I fight with a different fight. I don't fight with my fist. I fight with the power of the spirit that God gave me. And I just be myself. And I've done accumulated a whole lot of knowledge, got a degree or higher education in the secular world. I've learned so much about my body, my mind, and my spirit. I learned so much about my spirit that if it goes, I know I'll still be here. I got lings. I got lings. I have links. Links. I have branches. I have connections. My mom started this. Her mom started this. And 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 the chain keeps going on, and the links keep going on, and it keeps going and keep going and going and going. So I don't worry about leaving here. I got 3 girls. 4 girls. And a seed. And that was just me. I'm an only child. And God said, I will not stop it at you. You're going to go forth. And you're going to keep going forth until I say stop. And you're going to get educated. And your children are going to get educated. It's not going to stop. So when I tell this teacher, you're the best teacher, I've told all the other teachers before them that they're the best teacher. Because they are all the best teacher. They just have to find that teacher in them. My mama had it. She didn't have it for me, but she had it for other children. And it's possible. She was able to teach me like she could teach the other children. It was just her way. But me, it was different. I had to learn from other people. I had to learn from her in other ways. But she get in the classroom, she could teach the heck out of those kids, and they love her so much. And I appreciated the fact that they loved her so much, because when she came home, she was so proud of herself because how good those kids loved her. And today they still love her. And she's gone. And they talk about my mom all the time to me. Yo, Miss Mooney was the best teacher I ever had. And I said she sure was. Because she was. She taught me the Bible, and she taught them schoolwork. And I got that. I got the Bible. I figured that one out. I figured that one out a long time ago. So I appreciate it for that one. And now I know what's going on here. That school stuff ain't making a dang bit of difference right now. It's not really not. So she taught me what I needed to know for right now, what's going on right now, and it's beautiful. That's why I'm like, people start talking to me, and I start telling them something like, I don't know what to do, and I'm saying I do. Enjoy. This might be your last day. Enjoy it. I ain't saying go out and spend all your money and throw it all away. I'm not saying that. Breath this day for rainy day, we invest in honey. For real. But don't act like this is the end of the world. My poor teacher that I'm talking to, oh my God, I feel so bad for her. Because I see my mom was like had a hard time transitioning into not teaching anymore. It was very difficult. She went through depression so bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. The depression was so bad that I didn't know, she went to the house. This is a Pastor Linda Moody. She was hurting. She was hurting so bad she went to school. went try to go back. She tried to go back. And she went to the middle school and she's taught that day and ended up leaving there with her hat to the side. She went with her hair like this. Next thing she had to the side. Some child threw something at her. She said, I ain't going back there no more. Her stuff's changed. Things have changed. And I said, Mom, yeah, it has. No, ain't nothing the same in school no more. It's going to get worse. I told my mom then, I said it's going to get worse. She's like, I know. So we would always have discussions about the change that was happening that nobody could actually see what's going on. So she was trying to really, really establish a sensibility for me, common sense for me. And it worked. It worked. I'm so appreciative of how I see life and the fact that it hurt my heart and it brought tears to my eyes to watch my son's teacher cry to them and tell them how she can't teach them. To hear a teacher say, I can't teach. And I know the meaning of that word. It stops you dead in your tracks. It blinds you. Can't covers your whole eyesight. You can't see nothing. Nothing. Close your eyes for about 3 minutes. All you see is red. You can't see nothing. That's can't. That's can't. I don't like can't. I talk to my clients that I work with, I exercise with, being the Zumba girl, fitness. And I tell them, we burying can't. We're putting can't in the ground. We're going to bury them. Them words can't and maybe, nah, those words are bad words. They're death words. They kill you. We do enough for killing ourselves. We don't have to do that. And then we get mad with other people when they start trying to kill us with their words or physically kill us. We're killing ourselves every day with that negative thoughts, negative behavior. As soon as it gets cloudy outside, I can't stand the rain. There's a purpose for rain. I can't stand it when it's cold. There's a need for cold. The only reason why you can't stand something because it don't suit you at the time. That's it. It don't suit you at the time. So can't is the best thing you can say. Oh, I can't. You won't. It's not gonna happen. Let it go. Just let it go. You give up. Seriously. If can't is something that you want to keep saying and keep showing, stop. Just let go. Give up. Don't leave the house. Don't pay your bills. Don't drive your car. Don't do anything. Just don't eat. Don't do anything. That's what can't is. When you got a determination to get up in the morning, start your day, enjoy your day, I suggest you do it. Stop complaining. Because when you do something and you're not willing, it's kind of a little. It's gonna be a little difficult because you don't want to do it. So you make excuses. So my thing is, I've said it a couple of times. Excuses are for people who don't want to do something. Excuses are for people who don't want to do shit. Honestly. You don't want to do nothing? Make an excuse. Get a suit. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Because it's not emotional. That's another thing. We too damn emotional. We take shit too personal. This shit with my I'm just cussing now because I said I was gonna try not to turn this into a rant to myself. I ain't telling nobody but myself, but I'm about to take it to a rant because it amazes me how we don't even have to say things, but we just let stuff just fly out our mouth, just fly out our mouth. I saw. No, why did you say that? I've done that to myself. Like, why did you ain't have to say that? You ain't have to open up your mouth. You could have kept that to yourself. Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Because from the last I heard, half of the people that be doing all this talking about folks, they love God, they go to church, and they hallelujah. But yet still, you can't follow the simple daggone instruction of your Jesus to love. But yet still, you want to be like them daggone Pharisees. You want to be like the damn scribes. You you want to act like them folks and say you can't be right, you wrong. You can't love everybody. Why? How's that gonna hurt? Why not? Why not? Cause they gay. Can't love them cause they gay. Would you get ready to sleep with them? They gonna hurt your feelings because they slept with somebody else and they didn't want to sleep with you. I mean, really, come on now. Why? Why you can't love them? They ain't did shit to you. Ain't gonna do shit to you unless you do something to them. I hope. Unless they crazy, then they ass need to go to jail or a sane asylum. One or the other. I mean, come on now. It's stupid. You can't love people. That's what Jesus said to do. That's all he said. I wish I could put that little skit that I had up there, that my boyfriend had up there on his Facebook page. It was crazy because Jesus was saying everything that people do right now. The Jesus that they had on there, playing Jesus. I don't think anybody can play Jesus. It wouldn't make a difference because the purpose of Jesus was to teach you how to love people unconditionally. Unconditional is come in. I'm on live. So what you want? You want to see your bushy head? Oh man, give you a bushy head. But anyway, so as I was saying is Jesus is teaching you to love. So I'm trying to figure out why you can't love nobody. Why can't you love? That's all that's required. Love and compassion. And I believe if everybody on this earth was to start showing love and compassion, I do believe that we could end a whole lot of stuff because even that Bible tells you that love covers a multitude of infractions. I don't know nothing about sinning. I don't believe that word. I'm sorry. I say infractions because you're not doing nothing but against yourself. Any drugs, any alcohol, any of those things that you do that's against you. Once you get out behind the wheel and start to drive and start put yourself in motion, that means you're getting outside of the will of love. Okay? Get that? Because if you loved yourself, and you love the other person, you wouldn't get in your car and you wouldn't drive to another location because you understand that the love that you have for people will not cause you to harm them by getting in a car and driving while you are impaired. And your judgment that is impaired will not therefore go in effect because you have love for another person. If we continue to instill love rather hate, peace rather turmoil, there would be so many things that we could accomplish. Move to the side and realize who you are and own it. If you are a evil person, say to yourself. You ain't gotta say it to nobody else. Say it to yourself. I'm an evil person. I need to straighten my evilness. And then begin to look for a change. I'm an evil person and I need to change who I am. I can't get anywhere. Nobody gonna want to be around me if I'm evil. Except for another evil person, so all y'all get together and do what? Harm each other? Be evil to each other? Come on now. That gotta be a daggone lonely life. That gotta be a lonely life. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine talking about somebody every day, or talking about people daily, and just continuously just dragging them for filth, just because I feel superior. Do I feel superior? You know that I can talk about people. I don't know, but I'm gonna start in my house, and I'm gonna straighten my kids. And if they don't get it, I can't make them get it. Can't make nobody get what I'm saying. But I hope, excuse me, and I pray for me to have clarity in every situation that I'm in so that I'll make the correct, positive decision. And that's why I got on this, because I did want to put on a post on Facebook and go off for several reasons. But the mind said, think before you react, try before you say you can't. I told that to my son when he was about 2.5 years old, I'm going to say. Because I think he was going on 3. And he was in the back seat trying to put on his seatbelt. He wanted to do it himself. He wanted to be able to be a big boy that day. And so he kept trying. He was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Because he speaks very eloquently, more so than me, because I don't. And he goes, I can't do it, Mommy. I said, stop saying you can't. I said, think about what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're doing. And then try it. So we kept going on and on and on. I never moved my car. I probably was late getting where I had to go. And he kept trying. He kept trying. He kept trying to put that seatbelt on. And I seen the determination on his face. Like, I want to do this. I want to get this done. And he kept trying. He kept trying. So finally, he gets it on. He goes, I did it. I did it. I said, I knew you could. I told you. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just have to keep trying. I said, think before you react. Try before you say you can't. And I kept saying it the whole time I rode with him down that road. As I rode with him, I was 2 years old, and we spelled words and we talked and we had conversation as we rode because I had just him, and it was good because those girls were in school, so that was the best thing that I could have that time just me and him. But it helped me to see something. If you stick to something, it helped me to see something. Even though I call myself trying to teach him, he was really teaching me that if I think before I do something and I keep trying, even when it seems like it's very hard to do, if I keep trying at it, I'll get it done. And I can truly say, that everything I've asked for in my little life, I've truly got it. Truly. It didn't seem like, right then I was going to get it. But then, in an instant, doors open, lights came on. Literally. Ways were made. People moved. I moved. And when I began to see the move of God for me, I was like, shoot, I got this. God said, I got you. He told me, I got you. Don't worry about nothing. I got you. And now I can tell it because before I didn't feel like I could tell this. I wasn't strong enough to tell it. I felt like somebody's going to take it from me. If I told people, God told me he got me. I don't care, you take it. I want you to have it. Now I want you to have it because I realize it ain't mine. It's God. I want you to have this that I feel. I want everybody to feel that what I'm feeling. It ain't a feeling of salvation either. I thought whenever I got saved, I was going to feel like, oh my God, yes, I'm saved. But then I realized it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. Get with it. God said it's not what you think it is. You're not getting saved. You're saving. It's not your job to get saved. You're the Savior. You're the Savior. The Bible says greater works than Jesus shall. You're the Savior. Jesus is gone. He's not here. You are. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, this call may be monitored and recorded. Can I speak with Bruce Berraros?
You would want to remove his name from this list because this is no longer his number. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much. You have a good day,
Thank you.
sweetheart.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.